my second team for me is the Jaguars, and it's because, and pardon my language here, it's because they flat out didn't do shit. Like they just they didn't do anything, and that's why the Jaguars make this list, right? Really the only thing that they went out and did in like the free agency portion of the offseason was re-sign Montrick Brown to 3 years, $33 million, which is like fine. He's a fine cornerback, but like that even seems like a little bit too much to be giving out to him, and he's good. And that's it. That's all they did in free agency. And then like you turn around and their draft was just not like good. Their favorite pick I made was Pragnon in the third round. Like I think like excellent value there. And then the rest of their draft is them just like reaching on guys that they could have just gotten back later. Like the second best pick I think in this class was Josh Cameron at pick 191. It just didn't make any sense to me. If you were in love with Nate Borcher, you could have probably gotten him in the third or fourth round at this point.
So I think
know
the Rams would have taken him. Rams took Max Blair. I think, and Borkacher's a traditional
Max Blair's a better tight end.
He's not a better blocker. So it's
my thing is if you wanted a blocking tight end, you could have got a blocking tight end later. You could have went out and you could have got Sam Roush. Ask Ryan how he feels about Sam Roush, right? Like
but Roush was 11 picks later, right? So it's I just.
But that's what I'm saying. You could.
I think we knew the run was going to happen. I'm excited we could talk about the tight end run, because like this was a major point of contention.
It was wild. They came off the board in like fashions that
I think
no one expected.
It's very
Marvin Klein went way earlier than what people expect. It was a very weird run on tight ends. I do think it's because the shifting value of like 12 personnel and even 13 personnel, and like the value of like, well, we don't want to run in jumbo package and have a 6 offensive lineman because that's telling.
Well, and
we can just run.
And it's to this point of, for me, like this is another like conflicting thing. If Borkacher is the best blocker, and that's like 50% of the tight end's job, he should be overdrafted, right? Like this is to my point of like Darnell Washington is a free agent this year. Should he be paid as a top 10 tight end in football just because of his blocking value? You know what I'm saying? Like, because it is such a vital part of the position now, this is going to happen now. Like
no, and I understand that, but me and you even did the tight end stuff, right? And if you wanted a blocking tight end, I feel like you could have gotten a blocking tight end even later in the class. Maybe you were just absolutely enthralled with him, and sure, you went out and got your guy. But I feel like you could have gotten a blocking tight end in the third round if you wanted, or in the fourth round. And I understand that it was a run. They were the team that
Pragnon.
Like,
if you swap him, if Pragnon is 50 and Borkacher's 80, like are we throwing a fit? No, that's my argument.
Still, I think we are giving a team the props for making like, and again, that was one good draft pick. Like even the rest, as I said, I think like the second best draft pick they made in this entire class was Josh Cameron in the 6th round. So you didn't do anything in free agency, and in your draft, I think it was a whole bunch of guys that didn't move me at all. So even if we swap them, I'm gonna give you a pat on your back and still say, okay, now you don't have a D class, now you have a C- class, because still the only player of value that I think you added, and maybe I'm going to be wrong about Nate, and maybe Nate steps in and is great for them and is everything that they hope and pray to be. But if we flip them, I would still be looking at this class and saying, wow, the only player of substance you got was Pragnon at pick 56. And I still probably would be here talking about how bad this offseason was simply because you didn't do anything.
So
I'd prefer for them to at least go out and overpay. Go and pay the 60th of the overall pick for DJ Moore rather than sit here and not do it.
Okay. So that's that. No. No.
Obviously
chance.
Not.
They
obviously
traded
not.
For...
I know. Obviously not actually DJ Moore, but
their free agent signing was Jacoby Myers at the deadline. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like that was their move, and it clearly worked.
I'm talking about the premise. Obviously, I'm not talking about DJ Moore. I'm just saying I'd much prefer you to go out and at least overpay on someone to say, hey, at least we're trying, than sit out here and do absolutely nothing. Because they didn't. Because it was
I think
Montrick
it's
Brown, and that was it.
I think it's similar to like I think they just know it was a lot of fool's gold in 13 wins, and I think they're still pretty far away. Like I think they're taking a step back and saying we're not as close as the record says we are. Personally, that's my only
Which
argument
I
with the Jags,
agree.
like not doing
It
anything.
did they do anything to get them any closer than what they had already done before?
No, and I don't think there was anything on the table that they were going like available for him. Like if they matched the ETN deal, like is that a good thing? No. You know what I'm saying? It's I think the only crippling is like losing Devin Lloyd, but again, like you're again paying the linebacker, right? So it's a
I'd much prefer pay the linebacker than do nothing. I mean,
it's
we had the Devin
I
Lloyd
think that's the
conversation
argument. I think
already on
that's
last week's
that's your point. Like
episode.
it's
Yeah.
they did nothing, right? They kind of stayed
Yeah.
the same. But I mean, they extended Walker, they extended Jacoby Myers. Like I feel like they did the things that needed to be done. Is my only argument, and I think there's a lot of stink on Borkature at 56. When if the Rams draft him at 61, I think people are probably like, well, he's a good blocker, and he'll fit right in with the Rams offense, like McVay. You know what I'm saying? Like I
If the
believe
Rams
Cohen is
drafted him,
Ryan Under.
I still probably would have shat on him simply because I hate the Rams. I don't want to do the Rams at all because I think it was so dumb that they drafted Max Clare anyways. I mean, what are we doing, running a 14 personnel or something?
Well,
I don't want
three
to
of the
get into
tight
the
ends are
Rams
free
of it
agents.
all.
That's a
But
different thing. But I
yeah,
think
yeah.
that's my argument is we do this all the time where it's like, well, you could have waited on the player. No, nobody knows anything. Like nobody knows truly anything in terms
My
of
thing
like, oh, we could have waited later. Like,
when I'm saying waited on the player, I'm not even necessarily saying waited specifically for Nate. I'm just talking about blocking tight end. Like there were guys even available on round 4 that I think the value I'd prefer over a guy here in round 2.
uh,
But see, this is fun, right? This is what the offseason is all about. These fun little debates here. But to your point is
Merrick went 87. Like, you know, that's the pick before Pregnon. That's Mr. Blocking tight end. So I don't think they would have gotten one at 88. So that's my point.
sure.